What's up, everybody? It's your favorite show, Get a Bucket. I'm your host, Trey, and as usual, hope you're all having a wonderful, wonderful day. And as you can see, we got some guys on the screen that I ain't really seen too often, but expect them to be up here a couple times throughout the year. So we got here Nick and Brandon. Fellas, what's good with y'all? I'll start with Brandon since his name alphabetically goes first.
What's up, Brody? How you doing, bro?
Pretty good, man. You seem a little tired. Look like you've been working out a little bit. I don't know. You good? You good? Look
Yeah,
like you lost your puppy.
yeah. Little killer workout earlier, but I'm good.
Okay, all
Good to
right, I got you. Keep training, my boy. Maybe you'll get better than me sometime at some point. We'll see how it shakes. Nick, how's everything with you?
I- I'm doing well. I appreciate you having me back on. I've got the nice little caffeine running through the veins, so I'm ready.
All right, all right. I mean, hey, I told you we were gonna come on the show again because, hey, fun fact, he had a lot of stats to throw around. So Brandon, as you know, both of you and I know, stats ain't all part of the game, but they do kind of help sway some things a little bit. So, and he was also giving a little context as well with those stats. I definitely wanted to bring Nick back onto the show. All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So listen, we're going ahead and get right on into it because we got a lot of stuff to talk about in the Pacific Division. Of course, y'all knew that. Y'all saw the little intro coming into the segment. I ain't gonna act like I'm surprising y'all. So what I am gonna surprise you though is talk about this team here first. Actually, maybe all of them pretty good. Actually, really, I'm gonna just talk about here. Now I don't know which one I want to do right now. Let's start with the Kings.
Lady.
Nick, I want to ask you about this. And Brandon, there's no disrespect, but it's a defensive question. I know you don't like play defense. So like
That's all right, man. I got you.
I'm joking, ladies. Yeah, he tried to play a little defense. But no, like we got from a defensive leader, right? Well, on AMP, and that's another app that I'm like, that's an app that I'm on that I got my show on there as well. So if y'all ever want to listen, y'all can give it a little listen to. But I actually heard I heard Mike Brown tell someone up there that he wants next season he wants to emphasize defense more, but they want to keep the same offensive pace. Now, to me, when I heard that, I'm like, y'all ain't gonna have no legs come postseason. Like, I wouldn't want to be on your team, champ. But like, to me, when I was thinking after that, who's gonna be better for the Kings in terms of a defensive leader? I don't look at Sabonis. I got to look at either De'Aaron Fox or the young buck and Keegan Murray. So my question is, which one's better to you? Or if you got another answer out of there, De'Aaron Fox or Keegan Murray, or if there's another for you, Nick.
So it's interesting. Like I didn't think about sort of leadership for this team and defensive leadership especially. But then I looked at their roster. So last year, their oldest player last year was Harrison Barnes at 30, and Dellavedova was there for like 32 games, but like he didn't really get much tick in the playoffs, so we're not really going to count.
Who, Harrison Barnes?
Harrison Barnes was the oldest guy that got a lot of tick in the playoffs, and at 30 years old,
you said somebody else. Okay.
This team does not have like a sagely veteran on their team, and they didn't really change their roster too much. Right. So, as a defensive leader, as sort of a tone setter, maybe not a leader in terms of like being that guy like a Draymond, but as a tone setter, so they brought in Nerlens Noel, who is a pretty solid shot blocker, all things considered. But I think they brought in a guy who might get a little bit more tick than you'd expect. Jordan Walsh, who has been absolutely lighting up every single opportunity he's gotten defensively, who was one of the top prospects last year coming out of high school, and always gave that defensive effort, Arkansas high school into the pros, into summer league. And if you're looking for a tone setter, maybe not a vocal leader, maybe not the guy that everybody turns to and says, "What do we do?" On a defensive possession. But Nerlens Noel and Jordan Walsh might be those guys who make those oomph plays on defense that get everybody fired up. And Walsh can get a 4-point play.
Just to give you a little, just to give you context, the Jordan Walsh is on the Celtics, boss.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I was like, they drafted Jordan Walsh. This is crazy. You're right.
That would be a little aggressive. Like that would be a little aggressive if they had him on the team. Yeah, like
You're right.
Noel
I
is
should have
interesting.
there.
Yeah, Noel's interesting. Noel is interesting. Okay, okay.
So maybe
Uh,
Davion Mitchell. I don't know. I'd put myself.
Davion Mitchell's a good name too, though. Brandon, who would you say would be the leader of this King? I'm sorry, of this Kings team. Let me pull up the list again. My fault. Like anybody on this roster come to mind, or would you say that they don't have anybody?
I feel like the comment Mike Brown made is more so a overall team mindset type of thing. When I think of defense and I think of like everyone kind of buying in, I think of like mentality, right? I
Right.
feel like you gotta have everyone kind of has to have that dog mentality where it's like, I'm gonna lock this guy up, I'm gonna strap this guy up. So I don't necessarily think it's going to be one leader. I feel like the team overall is super young, right? Obviously, the best players on the team can always do a good job at kind of just setting the tone. But I feel like it's more so just an overall mindset thing. Everyone has to be on the same page. Everyone has to kind of change that mentality, lock in, just be the best defensive players they can be. Because everyone is quite young. It's a really young team. So I feel like when he made that comment, it was more so towards just the tone of everyone on defense, right? Not
Yeah, but
necessarily just
somebody
leading.
Yeah, but like everyone gotta try hard. Everyone gotta give that effort. But somebody's gonna put that onus on everybody and hold people accountable. So like, is there nobody on the team that you would say you would, I guess, lean towards wanting that person to say, "Hey, I'm gonna hold you all accountable for the defensive effort."
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I think you could always say the young stars, like
Mm,
maybe De'Aaron Fox,
mm,
Davion Mitchell. I feel like you could always expect those guys to do that, right? But I feel like the Kings kind of just as a whole have to turn it up just a little bit, right? Just because you
okay.
are pretty young. But yeah, you can always expect guys like Davion, De'Aaron, even Malik Monk. I'm not sure. Did they bring Malik Monk back? I
I
think they
think
did.
Malik Monk is still back. Yeah, he's still on the squad, at least on my roster right now. But
Yeah.
Sports Track also messed us up today, so we don't know no more. We don't know no more. But yeah, no, because Malik is kind of athletic too. He be playing a little defense himself. He try hard. At least he'll try out there. Okay, I agree with you too. I do think like on offense, you have leaders and whatnot. Team like leaders in general. So I don't know if I would like listen too much to Sabonis if he was like, "Yo, bro, you need to be moving them puppies on defense." Like, what? You don't be trying all that. I wouldn't listen to Sabonis, but
What would the
someone else
Serbian have?
might too, though. So I don't know. It should be a team effort across the NBA. It's just not. That's This I was just curious, but all right, that's fine. That's fine. That's cool. That's dandy. But fellas, I greatly appreciate this. It's went a little bit longer than I thought it was going to be, but definitely had some good conversation. So, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, I will definitely have y'all see Brandon and Nick again. I don't know the next time I'm gonna ask them though, because I want people to keep coming back onto the show, so you can't keep utilizing your people's plugs like that. But fellas, before we close up shop, do y'all have anything you want to say? See, he always want to be leaving every single time. I get you, Brandon. I get you. You don't
His
have
phone's
to.
running out of battery now.
Not playing. You can't. Not playing. Nah, Nick, you got anything you want to say before we close up shop?
I appreciate you having me back, and this was fun. Unfortunately, I kind of feel the last two times I've been on here, it's run a little long, so I kind of feel personally responsible. But next time I'll try to keep it short and sweet as much as I can. But I appreciate you having me on.
Nah, I appreciate the combo. Like it's always gonna be content to edit and post out there. So I appreciate this. Brandon, what you got to say for us, boy, before we close up shop? I can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Someone get John Boy. Someone get John Boy on this. Read lips.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
been
he's
telling
gone.
you. Go, just give us a second. Give us a second. Hold on, just one second. Nah, nah. Hold on.
Write up signs. Just write it on paper. Just hold it up. Accessibility. American Sign
Hey,
Language.
hey, log out and come back in. Leave and come back in. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what happens. Let's see what he's back. We're good. All right, what you want to say before we close up shop?
Nah, I appreciate you having me on here, Trey. I appreciate being on here again, and I look forward to the next time.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Like I said, I apologize for going a little long. We'll try to keep it shorter next time. Most definitely, most definitely. But fellas, I'll see y'all again at some point in time this week, I'm sure, or at least sometime in the month or whatever. We gonna hoop at some point in time. But people, hope you all like this video. You know, like, subscribe, comment, tell anyone about the show. My name is Trey. I'm the host of Get a Bucket. Hope you all have a good one. Take care.
Oh, I did not know you guys were still here. As you can see, we're at the back end of the show. No pun intended, but look, hope you all enjoyed it. And before you go, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow the IG account, share the content to anybody who's anybody. And most importantly, leave your thoughts and comments below. But I got to go back and play Buddy in 2K, so let me unmute him real quick. Excuse me. Hey, boss, I'm back. Nah, you better catch this word. You know we get